Well, hello the new. It's only me, Leonard Wells, broadcasting as usual from Studio B here in the Giggle Mill in Haslingden, north of Manchester in the UK. In Studio B, the resident engineer is, as always, Adolf Apfelstrudel, that very sweet chap from Berchtesgaden in Bavaria, which, as you know, is in Germany. Adolf, unfortunately, is a strict disciplinarian, having spent many years in the army. And he steadfastly refuses me any more than 12 digital megaburgers per broadcast, which means I don't have time to let you see and hear my world-famously forgettable rendition of Nessun Dorma. Normally, Adolf will not appear in front of the camera because of the wounds he got in the W-A-R. He won't let me say the proper word, because if I do, he pulls the plug on me and then he goes and goose steps out into the night, never to be seen for a few days. So occasionally he will wave to the audience just to prove that he exists. And while you're on now, while you're watching, I'll ask him if he's interested. Adolf, are you interested in speaking to the audience today? No? You sure? You're absolutely positive? It doesn't sound to me as though he's interested, folks. But sometimes he changes his mind. Are you likely to change your mind today, Adolf? What do you think? No, I guess not. It doesn't look to me as though he's going to change his mind. So we will carry on with our tales today. I have one little tale for you, and oh, that'll be 12 o'clock. It's these oats, you know, I eat. They keep you regular as a clock. Well, my little tale today concerns a married couple. They'd been married for 20 years, and they had their usual ups and downs, the way most couples do. And one day, her husband started to feel ill, and she took him to the doctors, and the doctor said, "I'm sorry, but there's no hope. He's got a very rare disease." And she went from hospital to hospital and specialist to specialist, no luck. And eventually one specialist in a hospital in Los Angeles said, "Your only hope is Professor Zagreb in Sofia." So they flew to Sofia and they hired a car at the airport and they drove to the big country hospital where he was in charge. And they went in, and the doctor, Professor Zagreb, gave the husband a thorough examination, and he called the wife in on her own. And she said, "So far," she said, "Doctor, I've been told there's no hope, and I'm hoping that you'll tell me that there is hope." So he looks at her and he said, "Well, normally there wouldn't be, but in his case, my advice is this. Every morning at breakfast time, put on a French maid's outfit with fishnet tights and whatever, and bring him breakfast in bed. Whisper sweet nothings into his ear while you spoon feed him breakfast. And then around lunchtime," he said, "put on your skimpiest bikini, and bring him lunch, and hum a nice little tune while you spoon feed him his lunch. And then around tea time, perhaps you could come in with just one part of your bikini on or something while you bring him tea and cakes, and sing to him while he nibbles them. And then last thing in the evening at dinner, you can come in with just a negligee on, and playing a flute perhaps, while you spoon feed him his evening meal." So, and she said, "Well, if I do all that, is it guaranteed to save his life?" And he said, "Oh, definitely, yes." So she thanks him very much and pays the bill, and out they go, and off they go back in the hire car to the airport, and on the way the husband says, well, he said, what was all that about? What did he say? Am I going to live? And she looks at him and she remembers all the advice the doctor gave, and she says, you're going to die. Thank you and good night, folks.